Next guest won last week's straw poll at CPAC, and earlier today he attended Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's address to Congress. Joining me now, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Senator, good to see you. What is that, 3 years in running? There's only been one other person, I don't know if you know, who's won 3 years in running. Do you know who that is?
It could be who I met when I was 13 years old, Ronald Reagan, maybe.
It was Ronald Reagan. Congratulations, first of all. Thanks. Secondly, you were in the chamber today for Bibi's speech. Wanted to get your initial reactions.
Well, I thought he did a good job of framing the issue in broader context than just nuclear enrichment. He talked about state sponsorship of terrorism throughout the Middle East. He talked about their conventional weaponry, intercontinental ballistic missiles, as well as the nuclear threat. And I guess he made a good point that any kind of agreement that doesn't have them saying, oh, we're giving up on terrorism, we're giving up on global or regional dominance, really, is that a good bargain or is it a good deal? I thought the other point that he made that was good was it's not just any old deal or no deal, that maybe we could actually have a better deal, and that he wasn't against negotiation. And I like that he concluded by saying that his goal is peace. And I think sometimes in all of the tough talk, we forget that Israel wants peace, the United States wants peace, and that negotiations can come to an outcome, but they shouldn't come to a bad deal.
But the reality is this is a bad deal if in the out years, the sunset years of this deal, that the Iranians get to enrich uranium, their centrifuges are up and ready, and the time that it would take them to build a bomb will be short. That would be with world approval. By every...
Well,
this is a bad deal for a rogue regime and a state sponsor of terror, correct?
Well, I signed on to a bill today that Senator Corker's putting forward, and this bill we think will give, if there is a backbone in the administration, it should give them backbone, and it should give them the strength to negotiate from a position of strength. This bill would say, and very explicitly say, that any deal has to be voted on by Congress. That should let the administration know that we're not going to take any old deal. It should give them resolve. And hopefully, if the deal's not permanent and Iran's backing away saying it's already too much, the administration will realize from their perspective that we're not voting for a bad deal. It's going to have to be a good deal or no deal.
But this president has acted lawlessly before. He has not recognized separation of powers, checks and balances before, and he has gone rogue. So he's trying to apparently do this deal and feels no need to go to the Senate. What is your answer and reaction to that, Senator?
Well, we're going to pass legislation. This is going to be introduced in the next couple of days. It may have been introduced today by Senator Corker.
Do you need 60 votes?
Of this.
Do you need closure?
Excuse me?
Will you need closure?
Well, I think you actually could get 60 votes on this, because this doesn't say we're against the deal. It just says we have to vote up or down on whether we like the deal. So we'll have to actually see the deal. But what it will do is put forward to the negotiators and let them know that it's going to have to be passed by Congress. So it better be a good deal, or you might as well not sign it.
All right. What about the House today giving in on the issue of the funding, quote, clean bill on DHS? Because I was against the Cromnibus. I kind of suspected that the fix might be in, and unfortunately it turned out that I was right, and that is that the president's unconstitutional executive order on immigration, which alters the law, ignores it, apparently will now go through. Why did the Republicans cave on that?
Well, I'm like you. I did actually vote against the Cromnibus. I vote against all these collections where they throw all the spending in one bill, because I think that's how we got to an $18 trillion debt. I also think it's very important that the executive branch not be allowed to legislate. Montesquieu said that would be a form of tyranny when the president begins to legislate. So it's a rotten deal. It's something that's so important that it goes to the core of a constitutional republic that I will stay firm, and I will not vote for anything that allows these executive orders to go through, because I think it's lawless and unconstitutional.
All right, Senator, congratulations on your win at CPAC. By the way, I will say this. Thanks. I think you had the most entertaining crowd at your party at the bar that night where I got to interview you, and it was, and then you took the mic and started interviewing me, which made it even more fun. So that was a fun night.
Wait till you see that one. We're going to have that one broadcast pretty soon, Sean.
I'm not sure that's going to make the light of day, but if it does, I'm fine with everything I said. So, all right, thank you, Senator. It was good.